Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. And on today's video we are going to be doing a lot of building. So we still have a lot to do, actually more than I initially thought, but luckily for us we already got all of our villagers and stuff that we need. So I guess we can see what we're going to build, because honestly I don't truly know everything what I want to do. I do know we can start by moving out some of these trees, and we need to extend this pathing. So what my idea is, I want there to still be kind of like a land bridge to make it seem like all the houses are on stilts. So I feel like we can at least do that for some more of this area over here, just to kind of help fill things in a little bit better. But of course, first I need to remove some things, and then we can go into builder mode, and then we can expand this area out just a little bit further to where it can reach. I'll kind of show you too my idea. So have this path going out this way and going all the way over here. This is Julia's house right here. Of course we'll move her, but as you see, there's still a lot of unexplored area, especially on the back side and on the right portion of the island. So we need to fix that, and who knows, we might be able to finish everything today, but I guess we will see. So let's go ahead and start by expanding out this area and see what we get. Okay, so before I can go any further, I actually want to go ahead and move Julian's house, or Julia, I think is her name. I don't know, we'll find out. But it's kind of hindering me from doing anything else really, so we need to move her house out of the way. So I want layout changes, and we can move her just somewhere out of sight, out of mind temporarily, and then we can maybe move in like 2 different villagers over there. Yeah, Julia. I actually really like her. I'm glad that we land on her. She is, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people don't use the ostrich that much, and I think she's pretty, I don't know, pretty cute, I would say. And I like how she looks. It's like an actual peacock, what you would see in some sort of like rainforest or something. I don't know, something cute. But let's go ahead and move her house. And I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak, and I'm actually gonna place it right on these flowers, just to make my cleanup a little bit less when I get to that point. So yeah, now we moved our house out of the way. Let's go ahead and time travel, and then we can carry on with the building. And now that we have time traveled and her house is out of the way, what we can start off by doing is simply picking everything up, because we're not going to need anything in this area for the time being. So we got to destroy all the rocks and the trees and stuff. And then also too, we got some black roses and white roses right above, so I will need to take care of that as well, because I plan on doing a lot of scaping of the land to make this look a lot better. Again, kind of winging it for right now. I didn't really have any ideas initially going into it, but yeah, let's go ahead and start up the cleanup portion, and we can carry on our little land bridge thing around and see what we come up with. Okay, so now that we got kind of the bulk of this area kind of mapped out, we can now go on to this other portion over here. So I'm gonna put 2 villager houses right here. Well, obviously I'm gonna put 2 villager houses right here, and then over here I need to clean up this area. And just a mild flex right here, yeah, we got a lily of the valley somehow, some way, but I need to keep this here, like this waterfall, or at least this water column going down, because it does go to other builds which are around here. So we need to keep this, probably destroy this third layer right here, and then we need to carry on all the way around to at least around over here in this area. This is where we kind of get towards the shops, and then this is like our cave entrance where the waterfall is coming out of. So I need to figure out something to go back here, whether it be the water continuing like around, something like that. I mean, that honestly might be pretty cool to kind of have another water feature, just because, oh, there's Gladys's house, because I do want to add more water to this island, but then again, I don't really need it. So yeah, we'll see what I come up with. I don't really know fully on what I want to do exactly, but I want to get this done. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and for the most part, it looks like we got a majority of it cleaned up. And what I want to do now is I actually opted to keep this area because I think it looks really cool, and I think it can make a really nice like pathway around and leading around, just to make it, you know, more jungle-like, making sure like you can explore everything. And I think it looks really cool on the map. So I'm gonna make this kind of like a generic shape. Doesn't have to be perfect by any means. And then we'll fill it in with like probably a lot of like moss and stuff like that, just to make it look, you know, fitting. But overall, I am pretty happy with this and how this turned out. And now, if you can see here, this is going to lead all the way around. So we'll be doing some pathing to go all the way around here, and this will be where our new like little neighborhood is at. So we can fit 2 more villagers there. And then we can fill all this in with a lot of trees and bamboo, just to fill in the area and give us the aesthetic that we are going for. And then back here, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this exactly, because there is a pathway going around this way. So I guess in theory I can make it kind of like winding, going through around, you know, every which way, to make it look just interesting. It doesn't have to be, you know, over the top or anything, but just filling in a lot of the area. Now, if we venture around here, this is again where another one of my messes is, and it's this, basically this 2 layers right here that we need to fix up as well, which is going to take a long time, but it doesn't matter, we'll get that done too. So these are the main areas that we need to work on and complete to finish up this island, really. So that is what we're going to be working on. We need to work on finishing up all this areas, make them really cohesive with one another, and hopefully come up with a good result. So what I want to start off by doing is I want there to be pathing to connect these areas. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect all these pathings up with one another, and then I need to lay down some of like the land bridge, like pathing deck, whatever you want to call it, to kind of give it the look that we're going for. They don't have to be, you know, over the top like these by any means, but I want them to look really cool and have, you know, like, I don't know what the word is. I guess like their own identity themselves. And then, yeah, we need to get a lot of trees, guys. So that is what I'm gonna be working on. So let's go ahead and get the pathing down, and then we can probably start by placing down all kinds of trees just to help fill in the area. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now that we got a majority of the pathing done, now comes the tedious part of where I need to fill in a lot of area, and a lot of area comes with a lot of trees. So that's what we're going to be doing now, and unfortunately I don't have any really full grown trees, besides the some that you see in my inventory. So that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be placing a lot of trees, especially here and all the surrounding areas, to help fill in the area. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And then we can get into the exciting part, which can be the decorating. I may have to do some more, I guess, like building and sculpting of the mountain. The very right, if you look at my map, the very top right side, that area I need to work on too. So I don't know, we'll get to it when we get to it, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I went ahead and time traveled, and just to make sure everything was growing in like it should, and it did. It definitely gave the look I was going for, that really grown over jungle like vibe, you know, that, well, what this island is all about. And I think it hits the mark. It did a really good job filling everything in, which is what I desperately needed, because honestly, this spot was really lacking, but now it looks really good. Even all the way around here, filled in everything very nicely. I did spam a lot of moss, but honestly, I needed a lot of filler stuff, and this did the job for me. It looks honestly really amazing in my opinion. But now we need to move over some houses, and then also we need to work on yet again another big portion, which is going to be over all the way over here. I don't know if I have my trash can on me. Let me triple check. I may or may not. Oh, thank goodness I do. Okay, cool. So now we can migrate all the way over here, and now we have yet again another big portion that we need to fill. And same thing, if you look downward, there is just a lot of stuff that we don't need. So we now need to work on how to fix this, and then also going even further down, there's another portion. Surprise, right here. This is honestly, we're kind of going off the path here, but if you go up here, this is actually one of my favorite spots I've built on the island. It's kind of like a Indiana Jones style kind of feel. I just really like it. It's really cool, and like in the middle you can see where like the treasure is. I just thought that was really cool, kind of random, but nonetheless, we need to work on this area over here now. I've made my jungle so dense I can barely get through it myself. Still can't. But I don't really know what I want to make quite yet. Go figure. But we need to get it done. We did a really good job on that top portion. But now we need to make something else with this area over here. Kind of wrapping my head around what I really want to do. That is the biggest thing when you're playing Animal Crossing, what you should build or what can fill in this area the best. It's going to be a lot of filler, a lot of trees, and well, we honestly need 2 more plots for our other villagers that we went villager hunting for, so it shouldn't be too bad. I honestly don't even know who else needs like a spot to live at. So Ozzy needs one. Let's see, Ozzy, Dizzy, Tangy, Roswell, and Drift, and Henry. So we actually have quite a few more areas that we need to fill. So I need to come up with a pretty cool like way to put them on something. I don't really know what I want to do quite yet. I mean, I could, I guess, put like vines somewhere to get up here, and then create some like bamboo makeshift look thing, or I can destroy this and then shape it to where they're again like looks like they're built like on stilts. That might be pretty cool. It could be a good way to fill in the area, but unfortunately again we need to move Gladys's house first. Actually, I tell you what, let's go ahead and destroy all this stuff that we can move Gladys's house, and then see what we can make. I could probably do something really cool. I just thought of an idea about over here connecting these two somehow, but yeah, we'll see what I do. Let's go ahead and clean up, and then hopefully between now and then I can think of something. So what I was thinking, with this being such an odd area to begin with and trying to figure out what to do, rather than doing really anything, how about we merge it with a big land bridge? I think that will look really cool and kind of help tie everything together. Also, I want to point out her umbrella looks really cool. I was noticing it when I was doing some building. I need to pick up this fossil really quick. But I think by doing it, it can help, ironically enough, bridge the gap together. So that is what I'm going to do. Now, trying to figure out how I want to do this and go about it may be easier said than done. But I think I'm going to do at least... Gladys, don't... Alright, cool. Oh... Well, Gladys wants to be in the shot, but we can push her out of the way, and then maybe we can do this at least like 6 or so. This is why I like recording in real time now, so you guys can see kind of everything. But maybe doing it at least 6 wide might help us do it. So 1, 2, what is this? Is this 3? Making sure, I believe this is 6. All right, cool. So now, well, we can trap her quickly so she doesn't come over here. And by bridging this, not only is it going to give the island some more interesting things to look at, but we can make it to where it kind of looks like, well, loosely looks like kind of like a ruined bridge, like you'll see like on Indiana Jones or something like that, just to kind of help everything come together a little bit better, and also something cool for everyone to see when they come over here and look at the island itself. So let's quickly make this, and then what we can do is work on... That is a really odd shape. What the heck? Anyways, we can finally start working on placing like where the other houses can go. We also still need to fill in all these areas, whether it be with trees, weeds, whatever it might be, to make it look like a jungle. Nonetheless, I think this will look really good, and it can give it another access point for like people to come to the island and look around to give more ideas. Now, there is stuff already over here, unfortunately, so I might alter this. Well, I'm going to have to alter this a little bit, but it'll still look good at the very end, so I'm not really too worried about it. And anything I don't use, I can use it in other builds that I will be using for this island, so it won't really ruin the look or anything like that. Again, just another access point for people to travel along. Now, for over here in these other areas, they're probably, unfortunately, going to be another dead space, because I don't really think I'm going to use anything. And plus, I'm trying to finish up Jungle Core. I don't want to rush it by any means, but I would like to be done with it sooner rather than later, just because I want to work on some new refreshing projects that everyone else can kind of help me out on and kind of help me be like, hey, you should do this. But I guess that's a good point. If you guys have any recommendations on stuff you guys want to see, like future builds, content, whatever it may be, or like an island theme, let me know. Definitely really curious on what everyone has to say, or big ideas. I mean, I'm really up for anything. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and finish up this bridge area, and then we can work out the shape of the other villager houses. And I wanted to take a break from that side just because I really need to think about that, because I want it to look really cool. So I may do that in this video, or I may make another one. But what I want to do now is actually work on this neighborhood, because I have some cool ideas that I think could work, and I want to see if I can, I guess, put it all together. So what I'm going to use is I have this really cool bamboo like pathing that I think is going to look really nice. So I want to use this, but I just noticed, so these, it needs to be at least, so this is 4, but I think I made this a little too small. So what I'm going to do is actually bring this back just a little bit more, just to make it look a little bit better. I don't really have to place any trees or anything back here. I can just fill it in with other stuff like bamboo or maybe some fossils or something, just to make it look, you know, a little bit more full. So let's go ahead and fill this in, and then afterwards we can start laying down some pathing. Okay, so now that we got that done, let's go ahead and start laying down some pathing so we can get the look that we actually want. And we can just simply lay this across because this is going to be the start of like their little like hut area. I really don't know what you want to call it. It's like basically pretending like these are on stilts, or give it that impression that they are. It looks cool, and I'm really glad that I am using these pathings. Again, in all my videos, if you guys want to use any of this pathing, they will be down in the description, just in case you want to try them out yourself. And now I'm going to decide where I actually want them to be. I was thinking maybe side by side, but I think I'm going to give them just a little more room. So I'm going to make it just like this. Now, I am doing this live, so I'm trying to figure out if this is 4. And let's see. Okay, cool. So it actually is. So this one here can go away. Did not mean to do that. But I am basically making their house outline right now. I always do this. It really helps me out. And honestly, I recommend everyone do it. It just is really useful to do that. Just so you don't accidentally place it down somewhere, because trust me, that process sucks. And you have to move their house twice again just to correct what you did. It's a pain in the butt. But anyways, now that we got the majority of this done, because I want to place their house right on the edge, and then they're going to have this 2 little areas right here that I'm going to do for their porch. But I also think something else might look really cool, and I want to try this out. So on the bottom here, I am going to put, I think it will work. It should work. I don't know why it would. But right here, I am going to make a little crosswalk. I think that's going to look really cool. And then in the front here, I could probably just put, actually think I have a rock in my inventory. Don't know how it got there, but yeah. Oh wait, I think this is a big one. Nope. Cool. That is perfect. Just a little rock right there. I might put the vine there actually, because I think that might look a little bit better. So yeah, I'm actually going to pick that up. Pick up the weed in the process too. Okay. And then right here, I can put just another pathing over top of it, again to make it look a little bit cool. And honestly, what I could do just to give this area, I don't know, to make it look a little bit more interesting, I could probably do 2. I don't see why not. And plus, make it look a little bit cooler. So let's see. And I actually put it in the right spot. Not the usual for me, but cool. So now that we got this done, let's go ahead and I don't know who I want to move over here. I guess it really doesn't matter, but we can move 2 villagers over here and then fill in these areas. And then, well, maybe while we're here, we can go ahead and fill in the back area just to have that part done, because it is a pain. So let's go ahead and grab a few things and work on that. And so far, I'm actually really liking this layout. I did decide to put this big fossil in the background. I just think that looks really cool. It definitely adds a lot of interest to the build itself. So I actually think I'm going to keep it. And I know you will not see these bamboo partitions at all, because really no one is going to come back here. If you do, why? But if you do, there'll literally be nothing back there. And what I'm doing is I just added a little few knickknacks around so the villagers can actually, you know, play around and, I don't know, do something up here, I guess, just so it's not just random stuff. But now I want there to be some actual stuff for the villagers themselves. Now, I did look in my storage. I don't think I have anything left. I might need to craft some things. If so, no biggie. But I don't think I do have anything else. Looks like I do not. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft a few things, and then let's go ahead and move our villagers over. Okay, just quickly crafted some goodies here just to put around the villager house. And I love these little chairs that I made. I kind of forget what they're called already. Yeah, the vine hanging chair. Like, when do you get to use this ever? I think that looks really, really cool. And I'm gonna try to make it look a little bit symmetrical. Just, I don't know, I just think it looks a little bit cleaner. So that is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna add just, again, little stuff here and there just to make it look a little bit more full. So I did craft a lot of things. You guys did see that. I left it in, probably sped it up, but I made a lot of bamboo and vine items just to make it look a little bit cool and change things up just a little bit. And I really like these vines here too. If I can ever find it in my inventory. Let's see. There it is, a vine bench. It looks so cool, but it goes to show you a lot. You don't need a lot to go a long way, and this looks really, really good. So let's go ahead and grab 2 random villagers that we got, and I'll be back here with a villager house. Okay, so we have our villagers moved in. I did decide to move both the frogs side by side each other. I thought it would be really fitting, but now we need to finish things up. All we really have to do is put pathing down right in front of the house, because when you place down a building in this game, everything around it goes away. Fun fact, if you didn't already know that. But yeah, all we need to do is put some bamboo pathing right underneath the house. And then I do want to place down just a few like other little things. I grabbed some butterfly models, and I want to see what they look like. They might look pretty cool. Don't really know, but let's try it out. You know what? That looks good to me. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now over here, I don't really want to put anything because it is going to it like can make this way too congested over there. So I think that is it. So I tell you what, this is all we're gonna do today. So let's go ahead and do our final walkthrough of everything and wrap up this video. And that is going to wrap up today's video on our big jungle core build. So we got a lot done today. We of course need a lot more done, but I really think I can wrap everything up in just one more video. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video and all the builds that we did get done today. And if you guys want to see more Animal Crossing content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And comment if you have any future ideas you would like to see on the channel. As always, thank you guys so much, and until next time.